sweet and watery at first, but then the aftertaste,
is nothing
but, like, smoke flavor. Like,
yeah.
It's like a campfire.
Yeah. I don't know.
I didn't like that.
Subtle with ice.
I didn't like that.
All right. Hello, and I love that the AC came on just now. Welcome to the Bourbon Basement Podcast. I am Everett.
I'm Brandon.
And today, we are drinking the Old Hickory Bourbon.
Old Hickory Dickory Dock.
Yes, that is correct. It is the official bourbon of Indian killers.
President Andrew Jackson.
Excellent.
A great man.
Does it have a description or anything today?
Oh, I'm sure it does.
Oh, yeah, baby. The Old Hickory Stamp Collection. The Old Hickory Bourbon has a history of as unusual and complex as its namesake. The White Label Stamp, I guess that.
I believe it's actually the other one.
This?
No. That.
Oh, that's an actual... No.
Yeah, it's an actual stamp, dude.
Okay. The White Label Stamp is based on the 1963 1-cent regular issue portrait of President Andrew Jackson, a bourbon connoisseur. Old Hickory White Label is bottled at 86 proof, what many original distillers consider the perfect proof. So we will see if that rings true. Alrighty, well, we've got lots of exciting things to cover, I'm sure. And we'll just go ahead and bust this bad boy open,
Bust it out.
We're not even going to hesitate.
Bust it open.
All right. Well, okay. Ugh. Get that good corkage. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, here he goes. Ooh.
Ooh, that was a good
Ooh.
one. That was a good one. All right. Yes. Yes.
First glass neat, as is tradition.
As is tradition.
As is tradition.
Always. And you know what? You don't mess with tradition. No, that's an appropriate amount. You want to get in on this? Come here. Huh? You want ice? Of course you do. Well, you know, we're just gonna figure this out as we go. All right, 1, 2. All right. There you go. Egg salad. Okay.
Egg salad.
That is correct, as is tradition. Yes. Very aromatic. Oh, here. Gotta make sure. There we go. Again, we'd like to thank our local liquor store for sponsoring us with this bourbon.
All three of them.
That's true. All right, well, cheers.
Cheers. Great.
That aftertaste.
Very oaky.
Yeah, I think maybe my taste buds are all jacked up. I don't know. Maybe I have the vid.
Very oaky, very smoky.
Yeah. It's like our favorite flavors all in one. You know, oak and smoke. They've just been handing that to us like crazy lately, huh?
Yeah, they have been.
I don't know what's going on with that, but, you know. So, lots of exciting things have been happening in our world space, you know?
Have they?
Well, yeah.
Enlighten me, because I'm drawing a blank here.
Well, for starters, there's a Twitter that you may know that I have the Twitter, right?
I didn't.
And so, oh my God. So, there's a Twitter, or not a Twitter, there's an Instagram, I apologize, that I found today called Nintendo Switch ES, and I think that means Españoles, but it's funny because the way that their handle looks, it looks like it says Nintendo's Witches. So, like the witches of Nintendo. Like there's like the matriarchy
Nintendo's
of
witches.
Nintendo. That is pretty much the only exciting thing that has happened to me. It's been a minute since we've done the podcast.
It has been.
We took like what, 2 weeks off?
No, I think more than that.
3 weeks off?
3 or 4.
Yeah, I got the flu.
You
That
got the
happened.
flu.
So that was one of the reasons why we took a week off. Then we had life happening. We started too late one time, and I think I had gotten too drunk beforehand. All kinds of crazy shenanigans have happened.
Shenanigans. And then, there's just been Elden Ring, which has been, the anchor of our life for the past, 2 months now almost?
Is it really 2 months?
Yeah, it was late February, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And it's April?
Yeah. Late April.
Wow. My, how the time has flown playing
I know.
Elden Ring in the lands betwixt.
Things betwixt.
But I have unscovered lots of cool stuff. I think I pretty much have done all the cleanup I needed to do today, so
I have
that's
not.
exciting. Yeah, it was... I did the last cave that I was trying to do. Well, actually, no, I'm still in a cave when I closed out the game. I'm in the mushroom one where you get the armor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I told you about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got all the mushroom armor.
So I'm doing that. I found the cave that I was trying to find with the giant bear that is guarding the cave that one-shots you.
Mm-hmm.
I killed him, and then I cleared the cave, and then I got the Flame Drake Talisman +2, I think. And other than that, just... I think that was pretty much it. Oh, I cleared out the Halig tree. So I got all the items there. I found a Somber Dragon smithing stone there. So
Nice.
it's on the bridge with the Erd Tree Guardian. So that'll be fun.
I don't know if I'll ever go back there.
I just sprinted past her.
Yeah.
I didn't even kill her.
So much PTSD from that area.
Yeah. No, it's just as bad. I found out that I've actually soft capped endurance, and I put too many levels into it, so I need to go back and undo, respecs them. I think I need to look at the hard caps and, balance that out. So that's pretty much it. I think I'm pretty much just crumbling Fair Missoula, and I killed that dragon.
Which dragon?
The Fias dragon.
Oh, yeah, I need to go back and do that.
Yeah. Wow, that was crazy. Technical difficulties. I actually have no idea where that ended, so we're going to have to probably just go. Hello, welcome to the podcast. I'm Everett. This is Brandon. We've already had a little bit. We poured some. We'll cut it in.
We had some technical difficulties, but here we are. He'll figure out post-editing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't move that around. Yeah, the layers and whatnot. No, it's not at the top layer. It's fine. It's good. We'll throw that in on top and call it a day. Awesome.
You know what else has layers?
What's that? Onions. Speaking of onions, okay. So, speaking of the Shrek and everything, I'm sure as we discussed before the podcast started, today I have my first pair of official Crocs. I'm very excited about them. It's a big deal. However, while we were sitting at the B-dubs, I came to a realization, and that realization
Was that you should not be at a B-dubs.
well, actually, it was a lot worse. Okay, so I'll just tell you about this whole scenario. The realization that I had just peaked in everything. So, we're sitting at a B-dubs, and this morning I had zero intention of, going anywhere. I had to go to the bank, and I was like, okay, we'll just go through the drive-thru, right? And then we're just going to go straight home. So, we went to the bank, and then I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to go get myself a pair of Crocs in celebration of spending a lot of money at the bank. So, I go to get these Crocs. However, because I didn't plan on going anywhere except for the bank and then straight home, I didn't put on underwear. I didn't put on deodorant. I haven't trimmed my toenails in what seems like, probably 2 months. It's been one of those.
My toenails get trimmed quarterly.
Oh, it's bad. So, we go in, we get the Crocs, everything. I'm super excited because you can't see my toenails now. Now I never have to trim them again. We go to B-Dubs, and I'm sitting there and realized I had peaked when I was wearing these Crocs, commando, in my anime sweat shorts with coffee stains on them, and my BDSM girl, anime girl, holding a whip, sitting at a Buffalo Wild Wings while drinking a mojito at around like 2 p.m. No one's there, and it's great. So
That is peak.
you know, I don't think it goes anywhere up from here. Feels good, though.
That sounds like the ultimate way to begin a day.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get down. Are we losing our acquired taste for bourbon? I don't feel like we... You know, I was thinking about this earlier at home. You know, I haven't been drinking... I've been like on a real beer kick lately, and if I'm not drinking beer, it's mixed drinks.
Yeah, same. Because I don't know. Or are we just getting really crappy bourbons? Like, I don't know. We've had some really good ones.
The last one that I remember having that really impressed me before... Disregarding the Garrison brothers, of course, because that's just a given, was the Pinhook
Yeah,
and the Oregon Spirit.
yeah. We've had a lot of really not good bourbons.
Yeah, for this podcast we have.
Which is really kind of funny.
Still, honestly, I think, once again, disregarding Garrison brothers, the best one that we've had would be 3 Chords.
3 Chords for sure.
Yeah, 3 Chords was just out of this world.
Yeah, I don't know. What say you? What do you think of this bourbon?
I haven't tried it.
You haven't tried it? Oh, try it. It's not good. I mean, it's not bad. Maybe it's good. Maybe I'm just bad at knowing what's good. But it just doesn't do it for me. It's more...
No, it's not doing it for me either.
No? Okay, so it's not just us, right?
I don't hate it.
Do I?
It's definitely not the worst.
No,
I don't
absolutely
hate
not.
it. It's just a very average bourbon. It's something that I would use in a whiskey sour or a old fashioned or something.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's
It's kind of sweet, but it's kind of bland.
See, it's the aftertaste for me though. That
It's
like
got that like smoky, woody flavor.
yeah, it
Yeah.
just lingers and it
Neither
just
of us really care.
Well, it is Old Hickory. Kill me.
but it just sits back there and lingers and it's just like you're just waiting for it to
Yeah, I've been washing it down every time.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it'll be better with ice. Is it better with ice?
I mean, she just said no.
Well,
It's okay. It's not good.
it's okay. It's just not good. Okay.
I like that.
I feel that.
It's okay, it's just not good.
Like, if someone were to give this to me for free, I would drink it, but if they were like, hey, pay $10 for this, I'd be like, nah.
No.
Like $10 for a bottle or $10 for a glass?
For a glass.
Okay.
I mean, like, bourbons at, like, restaurants and stuff are, usually around that price for a shot.
Yeah. Okay, that's
I'd
fair.
be like, nah, give me a gin and tonic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are
Definitely.
liquor prices so insane in
It has
restaurants?
to do with the taxes. Since I used to work at a bar,
Yeah.
we actually made most of our money off of beer sales because we had our own craft beers and everything, and they take like pennies to make, but they're charging
It's almost
like
pure
$5,
profit.
$6, $7. Yeah. But we don't make really any sort of money on liquor sales because of the taxes.
It's like the
And what you have to pay to be able to have a liquor license.
it's like the GameStop paradox, where GameStop literally makes zero profit on new video games that they sell. That all goes to the game dev and publisher, but where the real gimmick is where you resell their games. They buy them back for next to nothing, and then they resell that game again, and then they have profit. And then the more you sell it back to them, and then they resell it, the more profit they make.
I'd imagine pre-orders too. Pre-orders would probably bank for them.
No, they make no money off new games.
Not even pre-orders
No.
though. Like with
'Cause
the
you're not paying any more.
yeah,
at
you do. It's like
GameStop.
$5 to pre-order it, like just to get that pre-order. you know?
I guess
Yeah,
I'm
but that
making
still
$5,
goes to the
that's
price of the
not
new
much.
game.
Does it? Because
Yeah,
it doesn't.
a long
it's not
time ago.
discounted.
A long time ago, on Reddit, this upper management, corporate upper management guy, that claimed to work at GameStop, got on there and explained how their business model works, and did like this long, in-depth thing about why GameStop's resale prices are so shit and why their buyback prices are so shit, and went into depth about how they make like literally no profit off new games. That's like nothing for them. Their gimmick is the reselling. They're them buying games back from you and then them reselling them. That's their gimmick. That's where all their profit comes from.
What about consoles?
I would assume consoles are very minimal profit for them.
Because, yeah, you'd be paying the same amount at GameStop as you would be paying if you were to order it directly from PlayStation or
Yeah.
Xbox or whatever console, you know.
Okay.
Same thing with like game cards and shit like that. Like they're just like an authorized retailer essentially. They make no profit off of selling you a PlayStation Plus membership or money to spend on the Xbox
Kinda
Live
like
store.
The same concept of like really big gas stations that sell their gas for cheaper than the other places do because they're banking on you coming inside and spending extra money on snacks,
Yeah.
and what have you.
That's the same thing.
So
That's why
pull
they
you in with the cheaper gas, and you're like, well, while I'm here, I might as well pick up a Snickers, and you're paying like $5 for a Snickers bar, you know.
It's kind of like that's the same thing, exactly that with GameStop. They offer the services of you buying these game cards and you buying new video games to get you in the store, hoping that you will buy something else while you're there, or hoping that you will come back and resell this game to them when you're done with it. Because once you resell the game the first time, the way the guy explained it is once you resell the game the first time, especially if you sell it while it's still new and they're giving you the better buyback price, they're making about half profit on that first sell once they resell that game again. Then that person brings it back in later, the buyback price has gone down, but they're still selling it at a higher price. Then they're making about 75% profit back.
And
Then so on and so
banking on
forth.
people like me who are addicted to plushies and T-shirts, you know, to come in and buy their merch.
Yeah, like the physical things and whatnot. Yeah. Okay. No one goes into gas stations.
Yeah,
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
all
people
the
go to
time.
gas stations all the
I
time.
will I hate.
I don't.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, unless I'm like.
Especially people who smoke, like pre-rolled cigarettes.
Yeah.
Like they're
Oh.
going into gas stations like once a day.
Yeah. Like that, but she's right about that too. Like that's the whole gimmick. Gas stations do not like make profit off of gas. Their gas profit is extremely minimal. The racket for gas stations is the convenience store inside. Everything that they sell inside, they want you to come inside.
But isn't there like a heavy tax on like the vice tax and everything, like for cigarettes and stuff?
yeah, but they still make profit on
Yeah,
cigarettes.
something.
Really?
Yeah.
Or like people who forgot to stop at their local grocery store to pick up beer for the night. They're gonna stop at a gas station.
Plus,
you
not to
know,
mention
while
your
they're
beer's
there.
going to be overpriced.
Exactly.
Yeah.
While they're there, not only are they buying the beer, but they're like, well, might as well buy some chips and snacks and what have you too, since I'm already here. Probably want these later, you know.
I guess I've only bought beer at gas stations like when I was already drunk, so I didn't look at the prices.
Which, by the way, tobacco and shit at gas stations is also overpriced because it is cheaper if you go to an actual tobacco store. From someone that used to dip, it's going to a tobacco store compared to picking up a can of dip at a gas station is
But gas station
severe
is still
difference.
Like 50 cents for like dip, isn't it? It's
What?
like super cheap to dip.
What?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Are you fucking insane?
No, I legit,
Especially right now with everything going up, it's probably like $6 for a can of Copenhagen.
that
Right
seems
now?
outrageous.
No, that is outrageous. It's absolutely outrageous.
Because I thought it was like dollars. Like
no,
two
it's
or
like
three.
it's like normally like okay, you rewind time, which Copenhagen's more pricey. I'm just going off Copenhagen, which used to be what I like. Copenhagen's more pricey. Copenhagen's usually like $3 to $4 a can when things are down and normal. Right now, I'd be willing to bet it probably cost you like $5 to $6 for a can of Copenhagen.
How long does a can last in relation to like cigarettes?
It depends on how much you dip. Like someone like me, I used to go through a can and a half a day.
Jesus Christ. Okay. But like, I don't know.
And also, I'd say it also has to do with where you are in proximity to a gas station. Because when I was young, my parents lived like super, super close to a gas station. So like me and my neighborhood friends would ask for money, walk down to the gas station and buy like ice cream and like hang out and eat our ice cream or whatever. You know, it was a place to gather.
Yeah.
For us. Because we had a nice gas station near us. It wasn't, you know, one of those, like, sketchy, run-down places. It was, like, a decent place that you could go and just, like, sit at one of their outside benches.
That sounds like some Clerk shit. Have you ever seen
pretty
Clerk?
much, yeah. I mean, we were, like, 15 and had nothing better to be doing, so we're gonna go eat ice cream at this gas station. Why not?
But yeah.
I feel like working at a gas station would be fun. For a little while.
For a very short time.
For like maybe like a month or two.
Until you get robbed.
Like, imagine working, but yeah, exactly that. Like, I was fixing to say,
It's
but
like
like
one of the places that
But
gets
like,
robbed
why not
most
take a
often.
G word with you, you know? Like a G. Like a fun.
I was fixing to say, like, imagine working at a Circle K in my hometown.
Yeah, but like...
Working at a Circle K in my hometown is like...
but, you know, have a fun with you, you know? Just in case.
Have a fun.
Yeah, have a fun, or whatever. I don't know, right? Like, I guess it just depends on where you're working, right? Like a gas station around here, I feel like would probably be pretty chill.
Pretty chill.
Yeah, but like, you know, like a gas station in like the Bronx.
Working at a Wawa in, you know, the south side of Philadelphia.
Yeah, right? Like, that doesn't sound fun. But, yeah, I mean, like, working at a gas station, like, here locally, you know, especially, like, a nice one, like an upscale gas station.
Or one of, like, the country gas stations that has, like, you know, like a deli in there and everything.
Oh, yeah.
That would be
That's how
really
ours
chill.
was, yeah.
Like a
no, like,
country.
Yeah, like that one
we
just
went-
down the road, actually.
When we went to buy, like, ice cream, like, there was an ice cream shop inside.
Yeah.
I'm not just, like, buying it out of a cooler or whatever. Like, it was a decent place to hang out in a small town.
A lot of these rural and country gas stations still have, like, you know, like delis in them, or like ice cream shops in them, like full blown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. I feel like that'd be cool. You know, you probably get to see some cool people. You get to, like, I don't know.
There was one down the road from my high school that people used to go to in the morning because they had like a deli in there and they served breakfast and everything, and it was good. People used to go there before school.
I'd like I'd like to work the late night at a gas station, though. See, like, then you'd have people like myself coming in drunk, needing alcohol because all the stores are closed, you know? It's like, I feel like that'd be the place to see, like, peak drunk people coming home from bars and stuff. 'Cause,
Oh, yeah.
like, they've been
Oh,
out
yeah.
for the night, and they're, like, you know, swerving on in, just, like, oh, we need beer for the house. We forgot to pick some up earlier.
Or,
Yeah.
you know, you got like a bunch of high school kids coming in ripped, buying chips and candy and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that used to happen a lot.
I feel like that would be a ton of fun. Like, you know, just working the late night at a gas station. I don't know. I would do it. I'll probably do it for a little while, you know. I've got nothing. I mean, right now, probably not, you know, but like few years, I'll probably work at a gas station when I have nothing to do. Like, you know, why not, right?
Yeah.
You know, I thought about doing that.
When
Like,
you
just
got your real estate passive income.
yeah, I've thought about doing that, like, just different places, like McDonald's, right? And just going in and just completely, like, killing the interview. Probably getting hired on the spot as a manager. And then just ruining it. Like, just bombing that job, right? Like, eating the food out of the food receptacles, you know? Munching on chicken nuggies as, like, customers are talking to me, you know, just straight up in like the what's that, the McFlurry machine, you know, just do that kind of stuff, like completely, like, is he really doing that as the manager kind of stuff, and see how long it takes to get fired, but do really good managerially, you know, like make all the people that work for me love me, but like completely just so outlandish that even McDonald's as a company is just like, there's no way he's even doing that. No human being would do that, right?
You know what I've thought about doing before?
What's that?
doing like a walk-in interview at a Taco Bell or something, filling out paperwork, working up until lunchtime, and when it's your lunchtime, you start making your lunch because they'll give you free food for your lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Make yourself a big-ass lunch, bag it up, and walk out.
Like, never return.
Yeah, never come back.
That'd be cool, too.
Yeah.
Or, like, a Target.
Real cool guy move.
Or Target, you know? Just, like, work there and just take smoke breaks when you want. You know?
Yeah.
Like, because it's so stupid how they're like, no, you 10 minutes. 10 minutes. You get 10 minutes. 10 minutes. You know, like, be like, just, you know, I'm gonna go smoke. Like, where's Everett? What's he doing? Like, oh, he's out smoking. Like, you know, because any other, like, real job is just like, not real job is in, like, you know, any job where it's like, you know, treats you like a normal human.
Yeah.
You are allowed to take smoke breaks when you want.
Yeah.
You know? Like, as long as stuff's getting done.
As long as you're not taking tons of smoke breaks.
Yeah,
and you're
as long as you're not just, like, smoking back to back to back, it's fine if you take a smoke break, you know? And, like, I feel like any job that treats you like a normal human. So, like, you know, I don't know, it's kind of my way of, like, reforming the system from the bottom up, right? Like, you know, set the precedence for other people. Be like, yeah, you can actually do this, you know? It's not the company that, like, they need you, you know? Especially right now, you know?
I had one manager ever that would offer me smoke breaks like every 5 minutes, and that person was not qualified to be a manager.
But that's the thing, though, is, like, you know, if you're working at, like, a high-paced, high-speed, you know, high-speed, low-drag type environment, like a Starbucks, where you've got peaks and, like, lowers, or whatever the opposite of a peak is, dips, I guess. You know, peaks and dips. You know, obviously you're not going to go take a smoke break mid-peak. But if you're working nothing but dips, right? You know, why not just hang out? Like, if things don't have to get done, or, you know, you do the things that need to get done beforehand, then why not just chill? Like, I've never understood that in places. And so, I don't know, I've thought about doing that, just, like, to kind of reset the precedence, I guess, if that makes sense, for like, less paying, less humane workplaces, I guess. But also, I just want to be, like, working in a drive-thru and have that one person who's a real dick and just go off, you know?
Do like I actually just do like the DMV thing where you're like, I'm on my break while they at the window.
Yeah. Or just, like, while they're bitching at me, just don't break eye contact.
Just close the window.
And just stare at them. Like, never break, lock it, and then just walk. Like, lock the fucking thing and walk away, you know? Because that, to me, is like, again, I don't know, it's just, people need to realize that there's still humans working on the other side. It pisses me off, especially having worked, like, at a Starbucks, right? It's just nothing but, like, it's either Karens or white girls, you know? Or a Karen white girl. But irregardlessly, it's like, you're gonna get bitched at by somebody because, you know, you didn't give them the half calf, and they can tell. They can't tell. No.
Do you remember this quote? Nothing in life is free, honey.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm glad you remember it.
Dude, no, I think about her all the time. All the time. Okay? I do. And it makes me so mad. Like, I legit, like, if I need to, like if I'm like, okay, so if I were at a bar and, like, ready to fight somebody, and, like, this person, well, you know, I'm never ready to fight somebody because I'm just like, whatever, man. But, like, if the dude were like, all right, I'm mad at you, I'm gonna beat you up, I'd be like, how do I get myself mad? I would just think about her, because honestly, that was probably one of the last times I tried to help a stranger.
Yeah.
Like, because that's when I, like, my faith in humanity and genuine desire to help people and make things better was just gone. It went out the window. Like, people I don't care about or don't know. Because you try to help someone, You try to give someone genuine advice because you're more knowledgeable in a subject than the other party. You try to give them information, and then they're just ungrateful. It's like, no. You know what? Run yourself in debt. I don't care, right? Like, you're old, you're gonna die.
A little context here. Many, many moons ago, Everett and I here used to work at Target, and he had a lovely lady come in one day asking about virus protection software, and Everett, being the company man that he is, tried to save her some money by letting her know that there is plenty of free virus protection software out there that is less bloatware than the virus protection software that you can actually buy.
With money. Like, monies. Huh!
Much less bloatware than that.
Fuck!
To which the woman replied to him, while she's asking him questions about said virus protection software.
Mind you,
she's asking questions not knowing anything, to which when he gives her an honest and straight answer.
At this point in time, I had just gotten my Security Plus certificate through CompTIA. This is fresh on my brain. My young 18-year-old brain.
To which she replies to him, as he's trying to help her genuinely and save her money, that nothing in life is free. So obviously she must buy
the soles of my window and says, honey, nothing in life is free. Ooh! Oh! God, I hate that bitch. I hate her so much.
It was shortly after that I had the printer fiasco with that one lady.
Printer fiasco?
Yeah, I had a lady come in. I told you about it, but I might have skimmed over it way back when. But I had an older lady come in looking for a printer, and she was asking me all these in-depth questions about printers. And I was trying to help her, but I heard her talking to her grandson. I assumed it was her grandson because she was a much older lady and had a very young child with her. After I had walked off about how these people don't know how to do their jobs and whatnot, and I wanted to just turn around and go, lady, listen, you didn't come to a fucking tech store. You didn't come to a printer store, which, by the way, I doubt they even have anymore. And even the people in the tech stores probably. But when you come to a big box store like this, our job is not to be professionals in everything that we're selling and to be able to tell you the specs of everything we're selling. Our job is to stock it, essentially. That was what we were. We were stalkers.
And you're lucky if we know what we're talking about.
If we tried to help, even if we tried to help you and we knew a little bit, if we did that, that was us going the extra mile for you. No one's no matter where you go,
even if like nothing in life is free.
Even if you go to Best Buy, none of those people are professionals in the items they're selling.
No.
They don't fucking know. Their job is to stock it and to accommodate you in purchasing the item.
Yeah, if you go into one of these stores and you ask for help and they actually know what they're talking about and they're offering you their advice, be lucky.
They're going the extra mile for you because that's not their job.
And they're not getting paid enough to give any bit of care about you as an individual.
No.
If you die on your way home with your brand new printer that they helped you get because they just so happen to be fan of printers, because there's some weird anomaly, because printers are a waste of money, but they just love the Epson 950X over the Epson 940 because of the leaps and bounds that they go through with their printer, chemical, compound makeup, then, you know, you lucked out, right? And maybe you...
By the way, I was in college at this time, and I did happen to know a little bit about printers. Specifically Epson and Brother. Specifically laser printers, actually.
Wow! I mean, I'm just kind of shocked that you didn't, you know, have this extensive background on like the dot matrix as well, you know.
Actually, I didn't learn.
Oh, let me tell you.
I didn't learn about dot matrix printers, but I actually did learn about dot matrix printers after I went on to my next job, because literally everything we had there was outdated.
Dude.
And they used nothing but dot matrix printers when I went to work there.
That's awesome.
So yes, I did know shit about dot matrix printers for a time.
That is so cool. Oh man, I haven't seen a dot matrix printer since, I'm not kidding, I was 8. Like, I
was using dot matrix printers just a year or two ago.
that's insane. I didn't know they still made dot matrix paper.
They had it.
Wow.
With the little lines on the side, then you have to line up with the little prongs in the printer. Yes.
That's insane.
Yes, I was still using dot matrix printers up to about a year ago. They didn't update until about a year before I left.
It's cheaper though. It is cheaper.
It's gotta be, I guess.
It is. I mean, it has to be, because it's a laser or something, right? Is it a laser or like an etcher?
I think it's an etcher.
Okay, because it's like printer paper. Printers are dot matrix, right? Or receipts.
Yes.
Like receipt paper. Yeah. Yeah, I hadn't used it, but it's only black and white.
Yes, only
there's
black
no
and white.
color.
Same thing with like a lot of laser printers these days are only black and white.
Yeah. Laser printers.
They do make color laser printers, I think, but
No way.
most of them are just black and white.
Color laser printers?
I think they do.
Look that up.
Do they make color laser printers?
I want to know, because if they make them,
See, here we just went down a printer rabbit hole after we were talking about printer expertise.
I'll buy a laser printer, a color laser printer, because that's got to be cheaper, you know? That would be awesome. No way. That's like the most searched result.
I'm pretty sure they do make them.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah, Epson, I definitely, like I said, I used to know a bunch of Epson and Brother printers. Yeah, they make color.
But they
Epson
don't
makes
use cartridges?
Oh, yeah.
They do?
Laser printers just use a different cartridge, and it's like much less ink usage. Like, you have to replace your ink cartridge a lot less. Yeah, they make color laser printers.
Okay, but they don't make color like dot matrix.
No.
Which would be
I'm pretty sure they don't even make dot matrix anymore. Like, the ones, everything that I had when I worked at said place was like our ages combined, and that's not a fucking joke.
No, I know. Yeah.
Like, everything there was so out of date.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't ever want to work at a place where there's, I don't know, that's not nice. I shouldn't say that.
Say what?
Well, I was going to say I don't
Say
ever
it.
want to work at a place where there's old people, you know? Do you need more ice? Yeah? Okay. I was going to say I don't want to, maybe I'm being ageist right now. This is going to come back and haunt me.
By the way, I was going to get this out earlier, but let me just say this. Shout out to old people. In the modern day, there is no more... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? There isn't any... I can't get the word I'm looking for. People that are selling you things these days are not professionals in one area of something.
Like Mastercraft or tradesmen.
People do not specify on learning the specifics
of a single trade.
Of a single trade anymore. In the modern day, people that are selling you things, specifically in big box stores, it is not their job to know the specifications of everything you're looking to buy. In the age of the internet, the responsibility falls to you to research what you are looking to buy.
Yeah.
That is not the modern day.
But that's also significantly easier nowadays than it was when these people were.
Yes, I get that.
Yeah.
I get why they come to a store looking for expertise. That's what it was. Yeah. Looking for expertise in a certain area, but that is gone. That has been gone for 10, 15, 20 years. In the modern day of the internet, the responsibility to research what you are looking to buy falls to you before you go to buy it.
You're like, just because I work at a Target doesn't mean I know jack shit. Why are you asking me? Go ask Reddit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's just it, though. Like, anything I buy anymore is either Reddit or I'll just Google XVY, right?
Yeah.
Like, this other product that I've been looking at, why is X better or worse than Y? You know, what... And that's it anymore. But that's the other thing, too. Like, anything else we buy...
Ask someone you know who does have knowledge. Like, when I got my iPad, I was like, I don't know anything about technology. I like this one because it's pretty. And you were like, no, get this one instead because the specs on it are way better.
Yeah, I mean, like... But that's...
Because I asked someone who knows stuff about that thing.
But I didn't know about it. I just... Again...
You have a general knowledge in that department, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, like... I guess, but that's the other thing is like, right, like even if someone who works in the field of IT doesn't know just everything computers,
no.
And if they act like they do, they're a fucking retard. I'm sorry, cut that.
Yeah, you can't
Cut.
say that.
And if they act like that, they're a fucking idiot, okay? Because they don't know the everything about IT, right? Like they can know like their fields, right, and everything like that, what they do, or their hobbies and everything. But even I like I don't know everything about computers, right? So
I would say it's impossible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Unless you are a computer, it's impossible.
I mean, but there's just so many different things in that regard. I mean, like just looking around at all the computer stuff here, like I don't know anything about even like monitors, right? Like
yeah, it's like just because I specialize in fixing laptops doesn't mean I know how to make you a website. You know, two things that are technically tech things, but completely different.
But like especially monitors, right? Like I can know the specs on them, but it's one of those things where it's like I don't know if I'll actually like the monitor until I'm using it, right? Like even 1080 versus 4K, right? Like I know that on paper and everything, 4K is so much more impressive than 1080. But visually, I don't like the way that 4K looks. I like 1080. I like and it might have to do with like a higher refresh rate just because like 1080 is going to always have a higher refresh rate than 4K, just like 4K is going to have a higher refresh rate than 8K. You know, as the tech progresses, it gets easier to have a higher refresh rate. And like, I don't know, like even just like the way that things look, right? Like it's a personal thing that just like my eyes see things better in 1080. And that's just one of those things where it's like, you know, the monitor itself, on paper, it's so subjective, you know, like, and granted, there are some things that are better just because it's better, like RAM, right? Like more RAM means more fast, or more processor means more processing, right? But like, there's just some things where, you know, oh, hey, I hit it. But unless you see it, it doesn't matter. I don't know. It's weird. But I don't know.
So anyway.
Yeah.
Speaking of IT.
Yeah.
SafeMoon.
Yeah, what about it? I don't know what's happening. I haven't looked at any of my investments or cryptos that I have. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm locked out of my Coinbase account because I haven't logged in so long. Because when I tried to log in, it just took me to the login page. So there's that.
SafeMoon.
Yeah.
We probably should have sold when we were at our all-time high.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Is it doing stuff?
Oh, it's not doing stuff.
Oh, is it just tanking?
For reasons.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go into it. Let's talk about it.
It was a scam.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
It was 50-50 when we bought in.
Yeah.
It was 50-50. It was a scam.
You know, it's so funny because
it was a scam coin. So basically,
go on.
Basically, the founder of it and his whole group, but mainly him,
John Caroni.
John Caroni.
Okay.
Stole couple mil.
Okay.
So the whole tokenomics thing, which, mind you, I'm not as IT as you, so my understanding of this was probably a little more simplistic. But basically, the whole tokenomics aspect of SafeMoon was every time you do a SafeMoon transaction, whether you are purchasing, selling, sending to someone else, 10% of the transaction is taken, 5% of it is burned, 5% of it is redistributed to all the other current holders of SafeMoon. That 5% that was supposed to be burned was not getting burned.
It was supposed to go to this wallet, essentially, like a burn wallet. Yeah. It was John Caroni's wallet.
It was John Caroni's wallet, and he's been pocketing. He, along with the other people that he's been slowly pushing out, because I don't know if you've heard about that, but he's been pushing out a bunch of the other people that founded it with him.
Yeah.
It was going to him, and he was pocketing millions of dollars from it. On top of that, he had worked out a deal with one of these smaller trade exchanges. So people that were doing trade exchanges on this one trade exchange, I can't remember what it was. It had a very funny name, like Bitwoo or something like that. I might be off on that, but it was something strange. It was one that I hadn't heard of. He had a deal worked out with them where the 5% that was supposed to be redistributed was not even getting redistributed, and he was pocketing the 5% burn, and the exchange was pocketing the 5% that was supposed to be redistributed.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And, all of this is on the blockchain, and finally someone just got into the blockchain and started breaking down all the transactions on the ledger in the blockchain, and was like, hey, this isn't working like it's supposed to be working, this shit's getting pocketed.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
This will be I don't know. I'm just glad I'm here for the ride. Let's watch what happens.
What's the, FTC? Federal Trade Commission? Is that it? Are those the people that would manage this or regulate this?
It's unregulated, isn't it?
Some American government agency that would have
Fair Trade Commission? Is there a fair trade?
I don't know. I don't. God. Anyway, one of our government agencies is doing a real deep dive on this now since it came out. Someone got into the blockchain and made a YouTube video.
Leave it to Reddit, man.
Chronicling how SafeMoon is a scam and how all this has been getting pocketed. Somehow it made it back to the FTC or who the fuck ever is looking into it. And yeah, it's apparently it's about to turn into a shit show. And SafeMoon is right now barely hanging above where I bought it. Like, I barely have a profit on it right now.
I mean, I'm still not going to sell. I'm just
I didn't put that much money into it. I'll let it tank. I don't give a shit. Yeah.
I mean, like I said,
it was money that I wrote off a year and a half ago, whenever it was that we bought in.
Yeah.
It's I don't
because with crypto, that's just it. It's like, I mean, I still don't think it's really gambling.
No, it is.
But
100% in my book. Stocks are the same thing. It's federally authorized gambling.
But at the same time, like, I treat it like that, where it's like, if I'm investing something into crypto stocks, it's like this is money that I'm giving away. And if I'm not going to touch it, I'm cool with that. You know? If I don't get it back, I'm cool with that. Because that means I had extra money, and if it turns into extra money, cool. If not, oh well. But
I just cringe knowing that at one point I had almost $7,000 in SafeMoon.
Oh man.
And then I thought about it then too. I thought about it because that's the way I think I would have. I thought about selling it when I had like almost $7,000.
Yeah.
And I was like, if it rockets off, it'll suck. But hey, I still made $7,000 off of like $150.
Warren Buffett's just a out of touch asshole.
It probably touches children.
Oh really? See, I don't know anything about that.
They're billionaires.
Okay, fair. But, you know, it's
Do
just...
you like how I just haphazardly accuse people of being pedophiles?
I mean, if you've got over a dollar amount in your bank account, you probably do.
Yeah.
I mean, Elon Musk basically does. Isn't Grimes like 12?
Yeah.
JK. Anyway,
She looks like she's 12.
She's
yeah.
mentally 12.
Okay, so moving on. No. Oh God, I can't wait to hit $1 billion. Okay, I'm gonna get cancel cultured so bad when I'm old, just for making jokes. But here's the thing, little kids are not attractive to me. So, except for men.
But when you hit that $1 billion mark,
well,
they can start looking different.
you know, it's on a spectrum, right? Just like your bank account is on a spectrum. So, anyway.
$100 in my bank account is a potential $1 million or $1 billion.
Yeah. Thanks, Warren Buffett.
It's on a spectrum.
But, you know, it's like that, like, being afraid to hold or scared money, weak... Yeah, I don't know, you know, but the whole, like, out of touch... But, like, dude, you're 100 years old, right? Like, you've been alive since the stock market was created. And you put $1 into every single fucking stock. You live 100,000 years... Eventually, that dollar's gonna just naturally grow. Like, if you put it in different basket, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being salty.
Warren Buffett's just a simple man who really likes Coca-Cola and Dairy Queen, and touching children.
Probably touching children. I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah, that is cool though.
And entrapping people in immortal debt. When we're looking at the prospect of Clayton Homes.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Clayton Homes?
Mm-hmm.
They're predatory.
So what does Warren Buffett have to do with it?
Berkshire Hathaway, his company, owns Clayton Homes. Clayton Homes is owned by Berkshire Hathaway, his investment company. If you didn't know, Warren Buffett...
I don't...
Yeah, Warren Buffett owns Clayton Homes.
And Clayton Homes steals from people?
They entrap people in predatory loans.
Like loans that they can't pay?
Yes.
For how?
Yeah. That's a question for my wife.
Like, they give loans to people they know that can't pay them?
Yes. And the way they're...
Our producer is saying something.
Huh? No, keep it paused. But anyway.
So yeah, anyway, I'm assuming they give out loans to people that they know
and basically
can't afford it.
Yes, and then on top of that, this is a better question, like I said, from my wife. But my basic understanding of the way their loans work is they have an incredibly high interest rate, and before you can even start paying, so they figure up preemptively the entire interest amount of your loan, and the way their loans are set up, you have to pay down your interest entirely before you can even start paying on your principal.
So
say like...
So kind of like... So instead of buying... So like when you buy a house...
You're paying interest and principal at the same time.
And as you get further into your loan...
Your interest wears down, and then it goes all to principal.
No, it's the other way. Principal's up front, interest is...
You're right, yeah.
So yeah, so with a home, you're paying principal up front. That's why they say, like, pay more early on.
Yeah.
If you can, owning a house, because in the later bit of the loan, you're paying less towards actually owning the house and just in principal. So what you're saying is Clayton Homes does...
You pay off your interest before you even start paying on your principal.
How is that legal?
That's a great
knowing
question.
that... Because what if you pay the whole debt in a year, right? Like let's say that, like, you know, you go into it and you have this money up front and you pay, but you're just like, I just want to test this out, right? And so you buy this house that they give to you and you give them the money and you do the calculations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you go in, you do the calculations to how much you owe with the little bit of interest that should build up within a year, right? So you pay that off, but you haven't made a payment towards your loan?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how does that work?
That's just how they work.
But how's that legal?
Shouldn't be, but it is.
We should do that.
Like I said, like, this is a question that you want to ask my wife when
But
we have her on.
We should
Because
do that.
Yeah, we're gonna do a margarita night and have
We'll
her
do it-
No, but-
as a guest.
Well, yeah, we should have her as a guest, definitely.
Yeah,
but
we've talked about it before. We said we'd do a tequila basement for
Yeah.
her. Yeah, do a
Yeah.
tequila
But-
basement.
be the
and-
margarita special.
But we should definitely buy a Clayton home, have the money up front, and calculate like what their interest rates are, pay that in a lump sum, and then see, like, you know, do we still owe that money?
And by the way, this is a recent thing that they did. Like, the loan format changed while she was there. And she was like, ah, shit, this is way more predatory.
Yeah, we should do that. We should buy one of their houses. And
It's
pay it up
basically-
front.
Do you really want to put money in Warren Buffett's pocket?
I mean, it doesn't. It's a drop in the bucket. Does it matter? You know.
It's a drop in the Buffett.
Okay. You're fired. Anyway, no, but I think we should do that. Like, I think we should buy a Clayton home house, pay it off. We should figure out the interest, and like get a CPA involved in everything, right? So he's like runs the calculations, even with their interest rate.
My wife's a CPA.
Is she?
Yes.
Oh, dude. Well, I might have her be my CPA soon. Like, actually. But does she know how to do taxes and shit?
Yeah.
Like, steal from the government and shit? Would she be okay with
I don't know.
fucking the
I
government?
don't know. She's never put it into practice. I'm actually the one that does the taxes, but,
But does she know how to, like, do, like,
I'm sure she can figure it out.
shady
yes.
shit and, like, shell companies?
I'm sure she could figure it out.
Like, fake
yeah.
companies and stuff?
Oh my god.
No, like, I've been
Probably
looking
shouldn't
into
putting
this.
publicized.
What?
You
It's
should.
legal.
Probably shouldn't
It's
be.
all legal.
Everyone does it. It's legal, Beagle. Yeah.
But if she knows how to, like, yeah, dude.
Every
Oh, dude! Let's get this podcast going with her. Okay. All right.
every billionaire and millionaire
Yeah.
owns more properties than anyone knows about because most of their properties are owned under shell companies. Yeah.
That's what I've been planning on doing is
Cola.
just let's make a shell company, and just because, you know, it's
Wolf
yeah.
Cola, Boko Haram.
So all right. I'm excited. Yeah, let's get this I'm going to write this down actually. All right. Help me make shell companies for fuck taxes.
Brandon's just writing down. Warn my wife.
So anyway, I forget what I was even gonna say now. I'm so excited about this.
Apparently, you wanted a Best Buy card. I feel like I should say
Best Buy gift card or credit card.
You wanted a Best Buy card.
Yeah.
I have that.
I've been putting
You want a Best Buy card.
I've been putting this off forever.
You're welcome.
I need one. Although all our bills are paid. They've been paid for a month ahead this month. Because my internal clock got so far behind, it actually got ahead. Like, actually, we've been so ahead on our phone payment that we could not pay our phone bill for like 3 months.
Nice.
Yeah, because I've just been like, oh man, I didn't pay my phone bill this month. And then I pay it. And then we'll get paid and it'll be like, oh man, I'm late on the phone bill. Time to pay it. And then I pay it again. And so, yeah, we're like 3 months ahead on the phone bill. Yeah. And that's like the only bill we have to worry about. So,
And the house payment.
yeah, rent. Rent sucks. But,
I like how you still call it rent.
yeah, dude. Mortgage is a scary word. Rent, that's month to
And
month.
honestly, in all honesty, like, until you fully pay off your house, you really just kind of are renting it from Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and whoever the fuck is servicing your loan.
Yeah.
And even after that, you still have to pay property taxes, so it's kind
Yeah.
of more shit.
God,
And again, we need a CPA who's willing to say, government.
property tax around here is so fucking insane.
Is it?
Oh, God, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I don't want to narrow us down too much on where we live,
But it's a lot.
but there's other taxes that we don't pay. But, like, that's always been a gimmick, frankly, in my opinion, because places that have lower or no taxes in certain areas of your tax
They allocate it.
Yeah. So, like, you might not pay, like, you might have a lower sales, like, for example, in my home state,
yeah,
sales tax is, like, nothing compared to what it is here, but there's like, other taxes.
There's other states you can go that they don't tax food. Like, you can go to a McDonald's and they just, no taxes. Like, what you see is what you get for the price. So... yeah, I know that they like, but it's moved around.
Taxes, it's a joke to think that you're saving money because the taxes are just allocated somewhere else. The state's going to get their money one way or another, and it's pretty much the same for every state. I guess you could
save money depending on what sorts of things you buy.
Yeah.
Well, and like where you go. Like if you go to that place, like knowing how like taxes are, right? Like, oh, we're going to this state that doesn't tax food and drinks. So eat out every day.
Into, food and drinks.
And you're gonna go to every single like small chain restaurant because no taxes.
Yeah, and
or like if you live,
economy.
If you somehow live like close to an area that doesn't tax alcohol, that's where you go to buy the alcohol. You make a 6-hour trip to drive to that place, and then you just fill your car up with alcohol, quarterly. Do we? There's nowhere in the U.S. that doesn't tax alcohol.
No, alcohol and tobacco tax are like one of the main incomes for the U.S. government.
Yeah. So like federally though.
Same thing for places that have legal beagle weed. What is it like? Colorado's is like, I think it's it's Oregon. Oregon has like the weed tax in Oregon is like 25%. It's something insanely high. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But is it like? That's the baseline. It's always just 25%.
Yeah. But like I said, like that's going to be up in Oregon. It's going to be one of their main.
Aren't you like also like taking a huge risk taking it across state lines? And that's with alcohol.
Depends on to which state.
Right.
Depends on which state. Yeah.
Even with
like
alcohol.
If you're going,
if you were to take it from Oregon to California, that probably
that's
would
nothing.
Be a big deal because they're both legal states. But
is Oregon close to California?
Oregon's literally like connected to California.
Oregon,
what?
Wait,
Oregon touches California?
There's Oregon here. There's Washington above.
You've got California on the edge. Yes, you got California edge. You've got
Oregon State.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a city.
No, Oregon is a state.
You've got California, Oregon, Washington, Ontario. No, not Ontario. Toronto, Vancouver.
That's
Portland
Canada.
Is probably the city you're thinking of.
What?
Portland is probably the city you're thinking of.
No, that's
Portland,
a different
Oregon?
one.
No, that's in Oregon.
Well, no, like Washington D.C. and then Washington.
D.C. is not.
But
a state.
Portland, Oregon, and Oregon
are
probably different ones too. I don't know.
Well, I'm trying to tell you, but you're trying to argue bullshit with me.
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna make the background on my computer. Map of America.
DC touches 3 states, but it's technically its own district. It's not even
I don't even want to get into
like,
DC.
Yeah.
This doesn't help. No one explained this to me. I don't care. Right? Like I'm never going there anyway.
Yeah,
actually, you want to know the fucking? You want to know one of the fucking craziest things? Like that fucking boggles my mind is that DC has legal weed.
What?
But DC's not a state.
That's crazy.
Is it?
If they have legal weed in DC, why is it not federally legal?
Because it's not a state.
It's the District of Columbia.
Yeah. It's technically not a part of the United States.
It's its own area, yeah. It's.
I know these things because I know stuff. I'm just kidding. I'm very proud of myself for knowing this. Okay, give this to me, please. Just give it to me. Don't be like
you're not. Why you're being so hateful.
I'm not being hateful. I'm being like braggy. I'm proud because I know this. DC isn't America, is it? It's not America.
It is. It's just its own district. It's not considered a state.
Fucking liars!
It is kind of confusing.
They tricked me.
I specifically remember you asking me.
It has its own representation and everything. It's kind of like it's more like a territory than a state.
more like Alaska than it is like Montana.
What? Alaska's.
But anyway,
Alaska's
to answer your previous question, Oregon to California would be nothing because they're both legal states. There's no
Right.
repercussions for taking weed from Oregon to California. But if you were to go Oregon to Wyoming or Oregon to Montana or something like that, then yeah, your ass is going to get floored.
by the DEA.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's why our boy George...
George W.
No, George. That was his
Washington?
name. No, that was his name, right?
Boy George.
No. Anfisa?
Oh.
That's why our boy,
Yeah.
That's why our boy George did time, because he had that legal weed business in Cali, but he was also doing a little thing on the illegal side, and he was moving weed to illegal states himself.
And decided to put himself on national television as well to bring even more,
Yeah.
eyes to him. Very smart. Very good move.
I wouldn't do a reality TV series about my mail order bride if I was
Doing
moving
illegal
weed
things?
into illegal states.
Yeah.
It's not the best move.
I probably wouldn't do a reality TV show on my mail order bride in general.
Yeah.
No, that's not a normal.
than most people.
I don't.
That's
want...
actually, when I was watching 90 Day Fiancé, that was something I brought up to Kendra. Is I was like, even the people that seem normal on this show, they're not normal because they volunteered to do this.
Yeah.
There's a certain...
That reminds me, have you guys heard of a show that was supposed to happen but got canceled after the first episode that aired? It's called Adult Adoption, which is essentially another mail order bride situation. And there was a dude on there that was so fucking creepy that they canceled it after the first.
Is this was he Mormon? Okay, because I think I watched a YouTube video on this.
Yeah.
But there was a
that's
Mormon
where I
guy
heard it
who had
too.
done that with
I don't
like
think he
a.
was Mormon.
But there was a Mormon guy who had mail order brided or adult adoptioned an adult, but just basically as an excuse to cheat on his wife. But his wife ended up befriending the adult adoptee and pushing the adult adopter man to the side.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I think I saw a video on that.
The harem
but
he was hoping for.
yeah, right. Yeah. So, there's that. I don't know. Speaking of harems, I've been watching My Dress Up Darling. I've actually been watching a lot of slice of life romance anime lately.
I've heard My Dress Up Darling is really good.
It is.
It's really good.
It's actually really good.
It's really good.
I love it. Yeah, I love it.
I've heard My Dress Up Darling is really good.
It's actually really good. I love it.
You remember that video I showed you of that TikTok of that guy dancing and being like, I would rather date a drawing than you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like his TikToks that get posted on Reddit because I just saw another one from him today about My Dress Up Darling.
No, it's really good. And actually, I've learned a lot about DSLRs from that.
DSLR?
Yeah, DSLRs.
DSLR?
Plural.
What does that mean?
Cameras. That camera. The Canon.
Okay.
I don't know what actually it stands for. Will you look that up?
I don't know what it stands for.
Google
either.
it.
Yeah, it's like the big...
Dark Souls Long Range.
Yeah, Google it.
It's like
but,
you think like...
well, no,
I wanna
but
be
there's
a
like
photographer.
DSLRs and SLRs. So look up digital digital sensor. I actually don't know. But anyway, yeah, I learned a lot about that, about just different settings in lenses and whatnot that you can use on cameras and whatnot. But it's a really good show.
What do you like about it, Everett?
Well, for starters, I've been really... so for starters, I've been really studying a lot of slice of life romance. Digital... Okay, so digital is the D. What does the SLR stand for? single lens reflex. Okay, so digital single reflex camera. So the difference between a digital and an SLR is an SLR uses standard film.
Okay.
But
Yeah, considering we're all connoisseurs of cringe, when I think DSLR, I think that girl who's like, yeah, I'm a photographer, and all of her pictures are just like a selfie, like a mirror selfie with a big DSLR, you know?
There's a
Yeah.
million girls out there on Instagram with an iPhone that call themselves photographers. Yeah.
But I mean, anymore, like you can use an
Yeah.
iPhone. For
No, this was back in
photography,
like
but-
Tumblr days when
Yeah.
you were a photographer, but all of your photography is just
Mirror selfies.
mirror selfies of you with your DSLR.
And the
With your
occasional
fucking
sunrise
10-pound
or
camera.
yeah,
sunset.
it's just like you can't even see their face or anything.
The
you know? Yeah, because
heavy-
like the camera's in front of the face.
She's been holding this
Yeah.
camera up for so long with one arm that it's like mismatch shaped.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
But-
I mean, like I said, as connoisseurs of cringe, you know, that's kind of what I relate it to.
But no, so what I like about that show, and I'll add, I've been watching a lot of romance slice of life anime, is because I've been studying it for streaming purposes, actually. So, one, anime intro songs. I'm going to repurpose one and make my own real life anime intro, but it's got to be like candid shots and everything. So, what I'm trying to do is like incorporate like all of the things that I film and record, but at like the anime angles. So, it's like kind of like canted and like, you know, like just these weird angles and like stuff, so I can make an anime intro to my streams, and instead of just making a starting soon screen, it's gonna be like anime intro, boom, here's the content, and then I'm gonna do like an anime closeout and everything like that. So I've been studying a lot of like the shots and angles and everything, so I can like compile these, but it's, again, candid is more important to me than like, you know, scripted. There's gonna be a little bit, like I'll probably throw up a green screen so I can like throw in like the faded in face like as it turns and watches with a character walking down at a certain angle, you know, so it's got that same character overlapping the character. But like, yeah, I've been really studying, and the only reason why I've been watching romance slice of life shit instead of like shonen stuff is because shonen uses a lot of stuff that you can't really use in like an anime opener, like flying through the air with green electric bolts shooting out of your fist as you're jumping towards a man with a Bane mask flying in the sky. Can't use that. That's really hard to incorporate into real life.
Yeah.
But slice of life animes, like romance stuff, with fan service helps because, one, the fan service keeps me interested, but everything else with the intro helps me like kind of figure out like how to compile these shots with like how the music goes, because like there are certain parts in a lot of anime opening songs where like they'll slow down and like just like the instrumental drop, and it'll just be like kind of like one of like the violins and like maybe guitar with like light drums and everything, and it'll have like the character like pan, you know, and like those are the angles that I'm trying to like make. But again, it has to be candid. So, like, there's, like, shots of the podcast, for example, that I plan on using for the intro. But what it's going to do is it'll help me, like, kind of make my streams more episodic than just, like, hey, what's up? I'm just dropping into a stream. It's going to be, like, boom, 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 you know? So that way it makes it a lot easier to reuse the content, recycle it from like a stream, and then actually make Brenna do something and edit, so that when it comes time for like uploading, it's like boom, here's like almost like an anime episode of a stream, if that makes sense, but it's real life. And it'll just have like really fucking catchy music. But we're gonna do it in seasons too. I think that'd be the coolest thing. But that's why I've been watching a lot of Slice of Life. Fan
Slice of
service
Life
anime.
isn't bad. Like, there's a few good ones.
But that's why I've been watching My Dress Up Darling. So that's what I like about it. There you go. You're welcome.
That was a very well thought out and educated response that I was not expecting. But you knew what I was getting at.
And boobs.
And boobs.
So, you know, there's
that.
too, you know?
There's that.
Really well drawn boobs.
Really well drawn boobs. That's where all the fucking budget went, and now we know why Wit dropped Attack on Titan.
Do what?
I said now we know why Wit dropped Attack on Titan.
Who?
Wit Studio.
What for? Why?
Attack on Titan had a studio change.
What do you mean?
The first 3 seasons of Attack on Titan were developed by Wit Studio.
Okay.
Season 4, Part 1 and Part 2, and now Part 3 have been developed by Mappa.
For boobs? There's no boobs in Attack on Titan.
I'm saying that Wit dropped Attack on Titan to work on My Dress Up Darling.
Oh, that...
To this conversation.
Wait. No, it is. It's very privy because we're talking about boobs. So Wit dropped Attack on Titan.
Mm. But also, the real reason why was that Wit was not a experienced studio with CG.
I thought the CG was fine in Attack on Titan. It
Wit-
wasn't bad.
Mappa does better with CG. Can you not...
Do it.
I
Like...
said I'm gonna go to the bathroom if you'll take this.
Oh, I was just gonna fill it up so you could set it over there. It'll
Oh, jeez.
melt a little bit too.
You getting bad heartburn from this?
No, not really. Actually, I'm feeling good, baby.
But,
Yeah, with ice this isn't bad.
Yeah.
No, it's
Again,
not-
It's not
it's
good.
not.
I wouldn't buy it again, but
No,
it's not
yeah.
bad. It's drinkable. We've
But,
had worse.
Mappa does better with CG. And that's why they switched, because the last season, it's a lot of action.
It's very-
it's
I mean,
very
with,
action intensive, and it's got a lot of CG in it.
With where they're at, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, like, it makes sense. But I thought they did fine. Like,
I can't believe you didn't notice the animation changes. Because Mappa is way more heavy on the shadow lines.
oh,
They
kind of like
do-
JoJo?
Yeah.
Mappa
uses
is the
way,
new one?
Yeah, Mappa's the new studio.
Season 3, I guess.
Season 3 was the last studio with or the last one with Wit.
See, actually, I think I like Mappa, or no, Wit more.
Most people do.
Because they did something that both Brenna and I were talking about, is something that I really appreciated about the earlier seasons of Attack on Titan was you can really see what feels like the manga sketch outline.
Have you ever seen the manga of Attack on Titan?
No, but it feels more like a comic book as you're watching it because like the outlines are not consistent. If like I really like that the outlines look like you've got thinner versus like darker areas as it outlines a character to really emphasize like the certain parts of a character, if that makes sense.
Isayama is not a talented artist.
Who's this?
The
Is that like
author.
the animator? Oh.
The author of the manga.
See,
He's and Attack on Titan is his first manga,
okay.
and you can see if you I've never read it, but I've seen panels of it before. You can see his progression throughout too. Like you look at some of the earlier chapters of Attack on Titan, it's like, geez, and
But-
like as it progresses, as the manga goes on, his art gets better, but he's not a talented artist. He's a much better writer.
But the thing that we noticed, and I think you pointed out, but I had like kept this inside, was like the outlines. The outlines are inconsistent in the anime, like the earlier seasons. And
I did not point that out.
did I point that out to you?
Maybe.
But like, so like, okay,
If
so
you did, I don't remember it.
hold on. You got like
We
here.
also like binged Attack on Titan.
Here. So we got a smiley face, right? So like this is the outline, but the outlines would be like darker in one area and then like thinner in one area, but it like feels like it's drawn.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that about the art style.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I did notice that in the earlier seasons though, is it felt like a lot of like the character design in the earlier season felt more like you're watching a comic book than like a hand-drawn comic book than like a higher budget anime, but it makes it feel like higher budget watching it. It makes it feel more artistic, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain, but like the outline I don't know. Look up screenshots from. Just Google screenshots from Attack on Titan real quick.
Mappa's just more experienced with fights too, because Mappa does like a lot of action-heavy shonen anime. Like they did Jujutsu Kaisen. If you've
Or share this with the class as well. Okay. Sorry. My bad. My bad.
They did Jujutsu Kaisen too. If you've seen any of the fight scenes from
I've seen
Jujutsu
a
Kaisen,
lot
Jujutsu
of
Kaisen
memes.
is fucking fight heavy and it's really intense too.
But
Continue conversing.
But anyway, no, like here, throw it up top so I can.
Sorry, I was trying to hash out what I should Google. You know.
Yeah.
TV cam.
Images,
I
yeah.
searched Attack on Titan style comparison. Since
All right.
they did have a style change. Season 1 through 3, season 4.
No, just keep scrolling.
I mean, yeah, I was trying to look for
Wait,
specific comparisons.
Go up. No, I'm sorry. Scroll down. Try that second row, second column picture of Aaron.
This one?
Yeah. Nah.
Yeah, this looks like
Keep
it's in
going.
Season 4. But
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. What?
Why is Hunter x Hunter here?
Oh, because, for comparison reasons. Keep going. Keep going. Hold up. Check out Blondie real quick.
Where?
Third row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth column.
This?
Yeah, click that. Armin. Yeah, there we go, there we go. That shows the outlining really well.
Oh yeah, where it's like really
Yeah,
thick
it's
around his
inconsistent.
hair, and then it's like really thin, like in the rest of his
So
hair.
this is what I appreciated about the earlier season art style, is pay attention to the outlining, how it's inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you see the outline on his hair, you see like how it like goes out and in, like on the left side it's really thick and on the right side top it's really thick, but it goes into thin. And then look at his jacket especially.
Oh, it's from a Reddit post on brief breakdown of art style change.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
No, I searched Attack on Titan
But
style.
But that's one thing that I liked, is the outlining was so dramatic and it felt like you were watching.
Also, Wit did a much better job on the eyes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was just
Look
saying
at
that too. One of
like the eyes between Wit and Mappa.
Hold on, where was it? It was a comparison of old Aaron versus new Aaron. I probably missed it entirely now.
It also helps too. I think that they did the studio change right, as there's a
This
time
one,
skip.
Like that's
Yeah.
obviously season 4 to me. Like the
Yeah.
eyes alone just give it all away.
How's
But-
that season 4? I don't think that's season 4.
Is it not?
No.
Look at his eyes though. They're like way more detailed than they normally are.
No, I'm saying Wit did a much better job on the eyes. That's definitely pre-season 4.
But the outline. And that
Also,
one
you can
doesn't
just
do a
tell
good
from the way
job.
Aaron looks that's pre-season 4.
The outline to
Maybe
me
I'm just stupid.
is just one of those things that I've not seen in an anime. Like, normally it's, I don't know, it's one of those things that feels like it's always consistent. Like, I don't know. Second column, second row.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely season 4 wrong.
That looks a lot more consistent though. Look at the outlining
And then
on
look at
everything.
like I said, how much heavier they are on the shadows too.
Actually, there's
Yeah.
no outline, if
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, there's not that thick.
Look at his
outline
jaw
as there
especially.
normally is.
Like, there's nothing differentiating from the character to the background except for the character to the background, like the blur, the focus, and everything, right? Like, everything in this shot is so much more consistent, and I liked the inconsistencies. Because, again, to me, it felt like I was watching a comic book. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah.
Like,
Or a manga, I guess, in this.
well, I mean, it's the same thing. Like, I felt like every single shot felt more like I was watching the comic book happen. And that's what made the art style really cool to me.
There's a perfect comparison of Reiner from Wit to Mappa right there.
Right here.
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, there's the age difference too, but like the animation style is highly apparent there. And like I said, once again, going back to my whole shadow thing with Mappa being heavy on the shadowing.
It's
Yeah,
heavy on the
right.
shadow, but like
It's one of those things that I wouldn't point out while I'm watching it because I'm watching
But look
it
at the
season by
collar.
season, but when someone else points it out, I'm like, yeah, you're
But
right.
look at the collar on either side. Like, obviously, the one on the right feels more high budget, but the one on the left feels more like you're, again, watching a comic book. Because the collar, the left side of his collar, or I guess his right, is like, you can see that thick outline that differentiates from the character to the background, and as it gets thinner, up to his neck. Does that make sense?
And I never really thought about this before, but look at the definition in his face too. You can kind of see the lines that they're doing above his brow. Right there, but look at the definition in Mappa
I think it does
style.
a good job at showing his age.
Yeah.
You know? But, and again, like you pointed out, like the time skip, that is the perfect time.
Yes, to
Like-
change studios is when everyone's aging.
Because
Yeah.
honestly, I really like the art style both ways.
I'd
Love
like
art
to
of
see,
Attack on Titan.
I didn't know that they did My Dress Up Darling, but like just
I'm
that,
pretty sure Wit did My Dress Up Darling.
but that, like, again, for me, it was the outline. The way that they outline their characters in the earlier seasons on Attack on Titan felt so, like, comic booky. And I like that. Because I know when I'm watching, like, I don't want to watch an anime for hyper-realism unless, like, I'm watching hentai, you know? And then they blur the lines between hyper-realism and reality, you know? like, or in fake shit. Like, I don't know. But the earlier Attack on Titan stuff, like, it just, I liked that it felt so, not cartoony, but comic booky, if that makes sense. Like, it's not cartoony, it's just comic booky. And I like the comic booky side of it. Because if I can watch a manga, or watch Among Us, or watch any comic book, you know, I'd be happy.
That little fucking joke.
I'm pretty proud of myself.
It was good.
That was good.
It was. When I heard it, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ! But it was really good. It was good.
That was good.
Yeah, same.
That was a good joke. That was a good joke.
I feel very much the same way about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I love the way they animate it because it does look like it was straight from the manga, but animated.
Exactly. And I think that that's, like, for me, I don't care where if you cut corners in, like, combat or how many frames you throw into an animation, as long as it makes me feel like I'm actually watching a comic book, if that makes sense. Like, not visual novel level, you know, because visual novels, I feel like, are very low budget comic books. But watching a comic book happen, if that makes sense. I like that. And that's important to me. And that's kind of what drew me in with the earlier seasons of Attack on Titan. Was the
Not getting any heartburn.
All at
not getting
once.
not getting any heartburn. Was that what you said just a few
No,
minutes?
it just came on all at once. That just happened, like, boom. Here's
I'd
your
like to
heartburn.
say though, with ice, this is pretty drinkable. Again, wouldn't buy it again,
No.
but with ice, this is not the worst thing we've had.
No, I didn't think it was
It's
from
no,
the
no,
get-go.
it's not terrible.
No, it's not bad. It's just, it's very average.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
buy it. I'd buy Maker's Mark before I buy
And
this.
it's-
Yeah.
It's on the side of flavors in bourbon that we don't like. It's got that real oaky, smoky taste.
It's real like sweet and watery at first, but then the aftertaste
It's that aftertaste,
is nothing
yeah.
but, like smoke flavor. Like,
Yeah.
It's like a campfire.
Yeah. I don't
But at
know.
least
I
it's a
didn't
lot
like
more
that.
subtle with ice.
I didn't like that.
You just got yourself another ice cube, my dude.
All right, I gotta go pee. I'll BRB.
Ah!
I got dick hand. Let's go, baby. He does not like the sound of this. So, for those of you who are just listening at home, and for those of you who are watching at home,
And for those of you watching at work and listening at work.
that as well,
Or in your car, or wherever you may.
there's a reason why this is called the Bourbon Basement, and that's because it's in the basement
And
where
we're
we
drinking
drink
bourbon.
So,
It's very candid.
it is. It really is. But the reason why it's so fun and we get a little, I don't know, things get a little out of hand, or the reason why I'm even holding this is because we have a studio cat named Nathan Explosion. And Nathan Explosion loves messing with every single thing that we have in the studio. Whether it be the keyboard, the monitor, the mouse, or the power strip that he should not be licking. Because we don't want him to get electrified. We have this to shoot at his feet when he comes around because it scares him and we don't want him to get electrified. I'd rather him accidentally get hit by a Nerf gun than get straight up
That
electrified.
Nerf gun's real shit, by the way.
This one?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Well, you know, it was.
That
cheap.
one has some force behind it.
It was cheap. You know, it was like $15, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Pop me once.
I don't want to shoot you.
Pop
dude.
me.
No, you shoot you.
Yeah, it has some pop. Where did it go?
It's still.
I have to put a warning on this one.
Yeah.
It's sweaty and it's got dick hand on it. Oh my god.
My hand smells like dick. So,
I know that feeling.
you know.
The handle was so clammy.
I sweat.
I do too. You've seen me.
I only sweat from my armpits and my hands, okay?
Do you
For
remember?
me, it's palms and feet.
And Virginia. Just like my breasticle.
Do you remember? Speaking of talking about Target earlier, when I used to finish unloading the
Oh,
truck.
when you came out from the bus, man, or from the unloading a truck, dude, your shirt was like 3 shades darker. Like, your shirt went from maroon to red. Or red to maroon.
Yeah, red to maroon.
Yeah.
It was always 3 shades darker.
Yeah, like, we're talking like blood red to straight up maroon. Yeah. It was bad. Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, like, at least we don't have to unload a truck anymore.
Yeah.
That was the worst, man.
I always liked unloading.
I actually did too. It was fun. It was good times.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Wacky, zany adventures, you know, just like that on the fly, like separation.
Yeah, this is right on brand about, you know, Brandon telling us all about unloading and finishing.
Unloading and finishing. What?
Yeah, that's what you said. When I was unloading and I finished, that was like the original quote, and it just like cracked me up because it's, you know, totally sexual. And,
Oh,
you
okay,
know,
okay. Oh,
like,
yeah, 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 yeah.
supposed
All right, I
to
get what you're
be.
getting at now.
It totally wasn't supposed to be.
I'm
but
drunk and
sounded
slow.
like it. No, it's okay. I'm sorry with my dumb puns. They get more dirty as I get more drunk.
My shirt was a different color, though. That was always fun.
I love that it was just always you and Mr. Texas just throwing boxes.
Yep. Well, I mean, fucking... I came in, and our pussy, spineless manager I kept telling him, I was like, put me in the
No,
truck.
we'll call him out by name.
Brad.
No.
Brad, I
No.
don't care. No, I don't care.
No.
Fuck him. Fuck him too.
No.
Fuck him too.
No, Brad.
That's a pretty.
Brad.
Needs to be called out.
Brad.
Yeah.
Fucking Brad.
Brad was the furthest thing from a Chad. And it made me
Furthest
mad
thing.
how sad Brad was. Like, sad could never be glad. He was always sad. You know, he woke up tired, and it made me even more mad that Brad had this indentation in his hair, and it looked so bad.
Is the Brad sad bad?
He did. Oh my god, I forgot about that. He always had a fucking headset indentation in his hair.
I specifically remember you.
He
describing-
always.
Sad Brad. Close it, pause it. That's the intro. Ah, man. But that's okay. I got Go on.
Do you remember when I first hired in? And I was just like, put me in the truck. Because he used to rotate people in and out of the truck.
Yeah.
And I was like, put me in the truck. Because I wanted to do the unload, because that seemed like the funnest job to me, in my opinion, because I hated the sorting. I was like, put me in the truck, and I can get this unload time down. And he wouldn't do it for the longest time. And he put me in the truck when Mr. Deafman wasn't there one day. And the unload time
what
was
was his
significant.
name?
I remember his name.
You do?
Yeah. It was the same. I'm not trying to call out everyone that we used to work with, Brad.
He was cool. He
It
wouldn't
was
care.
the same name.
He'd love it.
It was the same name as your favorite manager.
He'd love it.
It was the same name as your favorite manager at Target. The one you used to
Jesus.
fuck with hard.
Jesus. I remember. It was Jesus. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was like, put me in and I can get this unload time down. He finally put me in, and then after that, it was just me and Mr. Texas. Because the unload was taking like 3 fucking hours, and we got it down to an hour and a half.
Yeah. You and Mr. Texas.
That's the real scam there. Getting
What's
paid
that?
dirt wages to have to do a shit ton of manual labor. No, we had the same thing where I worked at the time.
Which
I
is-
guarantee you that.
Which is even more crazy because, you know, here we are getting paid. What? A lot more.
You.
You're
We're
definitely
don't
getting
include
paid
me.
a lot
Don't
more
include-
than that.
You're still getting paid
I'm making
more
You're
than
getting
exactly
paid.
what I made at my previous.
but not
but
at
not
Target.
at Target.
No, not at Target.
You're getting paid
making
way
I'm
more
getting
at
made.
Target.
I'm getting paid exactly what I got paid at my previous job. It's just that I enjoy this more when I don't have to deal.
Not only are you learning a new skill, but you also get to work with your pal.
Yes, I do.
Is it less work?
No,
Yeah.
but I don't like less work. I don't.
Oh, I do.
I know you
I
do.
live for that.
I don't like being bored at work.
No, I didn't say
It's
bored
like
at
if there's
work.
work to be done, I want to do it.
No, I didn't say bored at work. I said.
Yes, but you have the means to do more than I do.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said.
Like I just chill?
No, you have a laptop. You have a Steam library. A laptop that will play decent games. You have a Steam library. You're not on Symantec.
Bring your Swish, bro.
I
Or
brought.
get one of those RetroArch thingies.
I don't want to play classic games.
Dude, you can play all the way up
That's
to
what I'm saying.
PSP.
Bring your Switch.
Yeah,
I
play
do it sometimes.
You can play PSP on that bitch. You can actually play PS2. I found out. My boy who runs on Whole Grain figured that out.
Yeah, I know. He told me that he got Midnight Club 3 to run on it.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but that sounds cool.
You know what Midnight Club is?
Fighting game?
No, it was like the back when like there weren't like actual well, actually I take that back. Gran Turismo was the only sim racer at the time, but back when like arcade racers like Need for Speed,
Burnout.
Burnout were the thing.
Yeah.
Midnight Club was the main competitor to Need for Speed and Burnout.
Burnout was the best. God, I love Burnout. That had the best soundtrack
Wrong. It was Midnight Club 3.
No,
Wrong.
I didn't play
It was
it.
Midnight Club 3.
Didn't play it.
It was either Midnight
Never
Club
played
3.
it.
Them, right?
It was
Classic.
It was either Midnight Club 3 or Need for Speed Underground 2.
No.
You guys have very different music tastes, though.
Burnout.
For the most part.
You know what? I'm gonna
You guys
actually.
agree on rap music, but other than
Can I just say this? He probably doesn't even remember this, but one time you told me that I had really good taste in hip hop, and it was probably one of the best compliments I've ever gotten.
You do.
I appreciate that.
I still don't like MWA.
What?
I still don't like MWA, but
NWA.
yeah.
But I don't like NWA.
Or what's the other
Wu-Tang.
one? Wu-Tang. Yeah.
I love
yeah.
Wu-Tang.
I still don't
See,
like
I'm in-
Wu-Tang.
no,
I tried.
Different.
I'm in-
Entirely different.
I
I'm in
tried. I listened to him. I'm not gonna lie. I
East,
listened to him.
okay. You're getting East Coast and West Coast conflated.
Well, I don't-
When you're in the rap game,
Oh.
East Coast and West Coast is a big thing. I'm an East Coast guy. Wu-Tang East Coast, NWA West Coast, Compton, New York.
I don't like classic rap though, but I tried. I did try. I
He
listened.
does not like 90s.
I listened to.
You don't like the '90s as a whole.
I listened.
Yeah,
I
like,
listened
it would be
to.
a short list for me
Well,
to name
hold
things
on,
from the
hold
90s
on.
you like.
I listened to the entire discography of Wu-Tang the other day when I was testing, and
Did you really?
yeah,
Did you really?
yeah, I put them on Spotify and just opened it, played it, and just back to back to back until the end of my shift, and I was like waiting to find one that I liked, and I was.
You
just
could
like,
not get into Triumph.
I just can't.
Triumph gets me so fucking
But
hyped.
I don't like any of that. You know, like.
Do you remember the song Triumph? It starts out with ODB, and ODB's like
I think you've introduced me to it before, and I still
Triumph
didn't
is like
it. Yeah.
Triumph is like my peak ultimate Wu-Tang song. Triumph gets
Lyrically-
me the fucking opening verse on Triumph
Yeah.
is such a fucking lyrical masterpiece. I cannot get over it. I bomb atomically. Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses. Shit, I'm drunk. Fuck. Now I look like a fool. On camera.
No, their rhymes were good.
No, that
Like-
should be our intro.
Like, I'm not denying that. Like, their rhymes were good, but I did not like the music. And if I don't like the music to anything,
That's the thing about 90s
see-
hip hop. Like 90s hip hop as a
but-
whole, you're not gonna have a good beat. You're not gonna have good music. It's very underground. All
But
of it's
that's-
very
but
underground by
that's,
modern day
like,
standards.
Riff Raff is a perfect example because lyrically he's not very great at all.
I
But
disagree with you entirely because
Some-
that was what. Hang on, that's what attracted me to Riff Raff in the first place. Is I hated his voice, but I was like, God fucking damn, his lyrics are
he
so
does
creative,
Some of them.
so fucking
Some of 'em.
creative.
But it's the music that backs him that really emphasizes his lyrics, right? Like they go together. Like it's like no.
No,
It's like
one
no,
thing,
shush.
I am not a Riff Raff fan,
But-
but I will agree with you that his taste in music is really good.
Yeah.
Because the things that he chooses
Yeah,
to sample
yeah,
are
exactly.
songs that, like, I hear a Riff Raff
And then
song
you
and
feel-
then, like, I want to hear the
Yeah.
actual song that
It's
came
not.
from.
It's
you
not
know?
necessarily his lyrics, but like he plays on
His
the
lyrics are
music.
funny, though.
He plays on the music that like, and they just. It's like a harmony, right? Like it's like peanut butter and chocolate, or in your case,
Yeah, 'cause
it's
Brandon
like,
totally gets that.
but it's like like, piscos and sours. You know, it's like.
Again, Brandon totally gets it. You totally get this.
What I'm saying is like, I
That
need
was
that.
such a disgusting drink.
It
Well,
really was. The more I think about
Alright.
it, the more I
The
hate
text,
it.
like, and I told him this when he first told me about it. I was like, it might be good. I was like, but I think the texture is going to be off. And what was it? The fucking texture was disgusting. It's this thick,
Yeah.
fucking
It
syrupy,
tastes
like
if margarita mix were snot.
yeah. It tastes like margarita snot.
I love raw eggs, but anyway, what I'm saying is it's the balance of like music and rap, you know, like Wu-Tang. They are really talented lyricists. I'm not denying
like
that.
you can't. Yeah, I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate that you concede that.
But
Yes.
my biggest gripe is that like somebody has not remixed them to better music, you know. Like, because their music is so fucking
And in the
good.
modern
You know
day,
what?
they would very much benefit from that.
You
Yeah.
are not
Yeah.
wrong about that. I
Yeah.
feel like that's a thing that people who are like Wu-Tang stans would be like, oh, that's a bastardification
And-
of it, you know?
well,
but
and-
for
but
like
you
your
gotta
average listener
but-
that isn't a massive fan of Wu-Tang, if you were to remix them to better music,
Yeah.
100%, like, you'd have
If
a massive...
They would find
if-
modern day mainstream critical acclaim.
If
Yes.
you were
Yes.
if you were to
You
give
should
me
do that.
hold
You
on
should
hold
actually
on
do that.
if you were to give Wu-Tang, you take Wu-Tang lyrics and then give it to someone like Marshmello,
Kendrick Lamar? Kendrick,
No, like-
no. Kendrick Lamar has good fucking beats. Kanye West.
No,
yeah.
no, I was gonna
Kanye
say
West
is
if
a
you,
good
I was
one,
gonna say
yeah.
if you give the lyrics and like you were able to actually isolate the vocals from Wu-Tang, or you just get the tracks, and you give it to someone like Marshmello, you give it to someone like Avicii. Well, Avicii's dead.
He's super dead.
Yeah.
He's-
But you give it to someone like,
like, yeah, fuck that.
Skrillex. Skrillex is really good at no.
What? No, stop.
No, hold on,
Stop.
hold
You're
on,
getting
hold on,
offensive.
hold on.
You're
No.
getting
Wait, let me argue this. He is really good at production. He's really not good. Well, I mean, I love dubstep, but he's really good. He is actually good at production for rappers. Like, if you were just add him as a producer, you know, and like let him actually write the music, like the background music, not make the brand new tracks, but just like build off of what already is there. Like, I think he would do a really good job, because like a lot of his stuff that he's done for other rappers, like as a producer, is really fucking good. But like, you just don't like dubstep, and that's fine. But again, like, even Brenna has always argued that like Skrillex would be better as a producer for rappers instead of just making music.
No,
you know,
I think
or being
Skrillex
a DJ.
would be better if... I mean, I know that every time Skrillex writes a song, he plays it on the piano. He doesn't write a song as
yeah.
dubstep. I think that if Skrillex were to just stick to that, I
Well,
personally
no, like, I think-
would like that a lot better, but I don't know if that would be as
But-
widely marketized. But what I want to
Or
say
Diplo. Diplo's
is-
another one.
Ooh, yeah, because
Diplo,
that's
I would
who
love
does most
to
of her
see,
rap
like,
songs, and
Diplo.
that's what I
Diplo
do
would be good.
actually
Diplo
like
would be
about
good,
Rick
yeah.
Raff is he uses a
Yeah.
lot of Diplo songs.
Well, he's on his record
Diplo makes
label.
He was.
good
Yeah,
music,
well,
yeah.
was, yeah.
Was.
But like, but Diplo or even Kanye, like you said.
Kanye would be a good one.
Yeah.
Honestly, it kind of offends me that you would say Marshmello, because personally, I have never
Dead
liked
Mouse?
a Marshmello song. I have never liked a Marshmello song. They all sound so fucking generic.
No.
to me.
Kanye.
Every time it sounds so
No.
generic and it's boring. To
No.
me. It
Fuck
really
you,
is.
you don't understand
It really
melodies and writing rhythms.
Kanye would be
I
best.
mean, sure I don't, but I can still hear.
Kanye would be best because he's, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, on Good Morning Cruel Summer and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, there's a lot of Wu-Tang features on both those albums. Wu-Tang members. Kanye would be best to produce for...
Kanye would be perfect.
Kanye's done so much with Wu-Tang members.
Listen.
Kanye's done so much with Wu-Tang members. He would be best
Not
to
only
reproduce reproduce original Wu-Tang tracks with updated beats.
The only problem I have with
Not only
Kanye,
that,
well,
but
hold on.
Kanye always picks good music. I mean,
But-
like, I am not a big rap person,
No.
and you know that.
But listen.
I do respect Kanye as a musician, because everything he raps to,
But-
it sounds good with it, and it is good fucking music.
But
every time.
listen, my biggest gripe with Kanye is that Kanye is in a constant state of trying to one-up Kanye.
Yeah.
And I think that the problem is, if you were to say, like, who do you want to remix the entire Wu-Tang discography today, right now?
Right?
I would
if you
not-
could
no,
stop
no,
using
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
years.
I would not say Kanye. Because Kanye is trying to outdo Kanye.
Yeah.
And I'll tell that to Brandon too. But, and this is why I feel like a lesser, like even Deadmau5, like Deadmau5 would fucking kill that shit. You know?
I don't really know much of their music.
Dude, we have listened to Deadmau5 so many times.
But
He is-
no, like I was saying, yeah, if Kanye could stop beefing with himself first and Salad Finger second, you know, then he'd be able to do that no problem.
I don't know. I think
He could take the mental capacity to be able to focus himself into that instead of the beef he's got going.
Well, let me
He would do it like-
tell this to Brandon.
It would be
So
the next hit.
away.
So I think the reason that why Kanye should not remix Wu-Tang is because Kanye's stuck in this like forever loop of trying to outdo Kanye.
Yeah, I caught that when I was going.
Yeah.
Which
and
you're
I
not
think it's a
wrong,
problem.
You're not wrong.
Like Kanye is so fucking like just to be able to be in the presence of Kanye for 30 seconds. Like if I could just shake his hand, that would probably be like one of the most world-changing things for me. Just to touch greatness, right? Like
I'm going to be honest with you. I feel weird saying this. Being able to meet Kanye would probably change my life forever.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It's such a
That's
weird
what I'm
thing.
saying.
Standing over someone so much.
Yeah.
Like,
But being able to like shake his hand, and that's all I want. I don't want to interview him. Like
No.
I don't want that Joe Rogan shit. I don't want to hang out with him because I don't want this idea, like this ball of light, to be tarnished by anything but like I just want a handshake. Just to touch
you're going
greatness.
off like the thing of like meeting your heroes might ruin them
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like I get that too because I wouldn't want to be around him too much either.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I don't like you all the time. All the
Like you
time.
all the time either.
Yeah, I don't like you all the time.
I don't like you all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like this guy all the time. And Kanye is one of
Yeah,
those people
is
that like
a-
I understand. Like
As a
he is
trifecta of very good friends.
Yeah.
There are definitely times that I hate both of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, why are you doing that thing you always
But-
do? Fuck you.
but Kanye's one of those people that I just want to be able to just be able to shake his hand, to know that his fingerprints are on my skin. You know?
For me, that's RuPaul, so I understand
No,
what you're saying.
RuPaul's one
if
of those too.
If there were one person that I were to fangirl over, like, you know me, I'm the kind of person who, like, I respect art, but if I were to meet you in real life, I would treat you like a regular person. The one person that it comes down to that I would absolutely fangirl over is RuPaul. Because, A, I feel like Ru would appreciate that, you know? He'd be like, yes, thank you.
But also-
that's what I want. But at the same time, it's just like, no, legitimately, like, I love you so fucking much. But as you're saying about how you wouldn't want to spend too much time with Kanye, Kanye is an enigma to me.
But not just that.
I do love your art. I do. You're a good musician, even if I don't want to listen to it every day of my life. I think that you have not only a good ear, but a good mind when it comes to music. I would want to pick Kanye's brain.
Music
I
and
would.
fashion and fuck. But I'll say this. Like, it's not. No, fuck you. Fuck you. You don't appreciate his fashion? Fuck
Right,
you.
I don't.
Fuck you. But especially
You
fuck
want a
you.
pair of Yeezys
No, one more
that was, like,
time.
wide or ugly.
One more time. Fuck you. But that being said,
You bought a
I
pair
don't
of
want
Yeezys
no
and I
shush.
said, no,
Listen to
they're
me.
Ugly.
Shh. Shh. Shush. FDS, get on my dick. Okay? I'm telling
me,
a
that's
woman
me now, I'm
to hush.
FDS.
No.
That's me. I'm FDS.
No, but what I do want to say, well, no, don't
I'm
leave.
peeing.
Okay.
So continue.
But what I do want to say is that it's not that. It's just that I feel like I'm not worthy of wasting Kanye's time. If that makes sense. Like, I don't want to meet him because I don't want him to fuck up my perception of him. But at the same time, like, I don't want to spend more than a handshake. Because I don't want to take him out of the studio. I don't want to take him out of his brand new idea that he's got, right? Like, I don't want to distract him from his next project. Whether it be a mobile game about his mom where he takes Reggie fucking Poser Bowser.
You know, this might be a good podcast topic, because I don't think I've ever told you this. Did I tell you I listened to Donda 2?
Is that the newest one?
Yeah.
Where'd you find it?
So.
Did you illegally steal Donda 2?
No.
Oh shit.
Someone figured it out, because I follow the Kanye subreddit, that on the STEM Player website, for a long time, you could sign in using Kanye's email address, which was just yay@gmail.com. You think I'm fucking joking with this? I'm not. All you had to do was put in the email address is yay@gmail.com, and you could get full access to the album on the website. I listened to the whole album. It was just, you didn't even need a password. All you had to do was type in yay@gmail.com, and it gave you full access to the album.
What? I'll fill that in just okay. Hold on. Let me. Okay.
Glass of it, so split it between the two of us.
That's fine. I gotta go pee. This is a lot to handle.
Or just give it all to me. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I gotta go pee. This is a lot to handle.
You're
I'll be
not
right
upset,
back.
Right, then?
Go ahead and just kill this. I'll be right back.
Oh god, I just dropped a bomb on him, I think.
No, actually, this will be the intro. Because this was like that fucking hook.
But yeah, honestly, like, I'm not a big rap music person. When it comes to rap music, either you have to have, like, killer lyrics that just really hit me, or you've got to have really good background music that I want to listen to the background music more than I want to listen to what you're doing.
You like the beat, you feel the beat, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And I feel like Kanye has always hit that for me. More often than not, I like the music in general that he is producing, even if I don't agree with some of the lyrics or what have you. You know?
No, actually, that was like the perfect hook to keep people tuned in. So, second to last. This will be the last clip. Actually,
At least we hope so.
the second to last. Second to
But yeah,
last.
it's like I don't really like riff rap either.
End
But I like the music that he uses.
clip.
And I mean,
about
sometimes his lyrics are funny, but for the most part, I don't
Donda
like riff rap himself. You
to
know?
I've always thought he has very creative
Kanye.
lyrics.
He
Like,
does,
they might
he
not
does.
make sense, but they're creative as
Album.
fuck.
There's
In
something different.
email.
in a world where it's like, oh, sipping lean, oh,
Mind.
fucking bitches,
Yeah,
ooh, ooh,
exactly.
yeah, it's like, yeah, it's like,
Sitting
god
sideways
damn.
at a Chinese buffet. Email, mind blown.
Exactly, yeah.
Use that.
Only Americans eat duck sauce.
Only Americans
Or
eat duck sauce.
He
The
was right, though.
I'd be chopping
Only
blaze.
Americans eat duck
Opening.
sauce.
I'd be chopping blaze. All right,
All right. you
let's
guys
go,
ready?
baby.
I can
3, 2,
eat
1, go.
bacon. Assalamu alaikum. By the
Don't
way,
ruin
to all
this.
our Muslim
Do not
viewers,
ruin this. No, it's record. Okay.
it's recording.
It
To
was
all our
recording.
Muslim viewers, assalamu alaikum.
Yeah. Well, you
It
know.
might be messed up here towards the end because it looked like it was recording when we weren't supposed to be.
Well, just
But we'll have to check. that
hopefully we didn't lose any footage. You know.
later. Yeah.
There's a red dot that says like, you know, we are. But
I got a red dot. Don't get on the wrong red side.
well, you know, just
Okay.
don't go what?
I'll be back. I'm getting food.
Oh, we got food?
Yeah.
Hell
There's
yeah.
Like 30 minutes ago, but I wasn't allowed to be on my phone.
There's
All right.
food.
Well, we got food apparently.
We got food apparently.
We gotta kill this drink, so
You gotta kill that drink. I just killed mine. Well, that's very watered down. I can see through it. It's gonna be like the bourbon where it's like, yeah, it's the no,
Please.
no.
help me.
Just because I love you, even though you said that you hate me sometimes, it's fine.
We all hate each other sometimes.
Mm-hmm. That's what
Did you kill it?
Yeah. Did you not want me to kill it?
I mean, I was gonna help you out, but what a fucking champion! All right.
I thought you wanted me to kill it. I'm sorry. I brought another one for old fashions.
Yeah, we're gonna do those old fashions after this. But
Drink beers after this because.
No. Well, we did get a couple beers. Our producer is approaching with a fat
Is that fucking
stack
pizza?
Of... Hell yeah, dude!
Fuck.
Wings.
Oh.
And
fuck.
wangs.
Yeah.
Oh
we're on
my
that
God.
Shit right now, wings and pizza.
Hell yeah, baby!
Stop being the fucking champion.
All right, well, it's time to close out the podcast. Hopefully we'll do this. Well, we might be able to do this next week. We'll see. But in the meantime, I just want to say thank you, Brenna, for doing a fantastic job.
We love you all.
Podcasting, managing. I know that it stresses you out, but you're doing a great job. You really are. We're just unmanageable, right?
At a certain point, yeah.
I mean, we're a bunch of fucking toddlers, and asking you to do this is a whole lot. So you're fucking awesome, babe.
Appreciation.
Yeah, you're super cool. Guys, leave a Let's Go Brenna. Fuck Let's Go Brandon.
Shut the fuck up.
Fuck Let's Go Brandon in the comments. Leave a Let's Go Brenna in the comments for Brenna. And
I hate fucking any reference to that phrase.
we'll see you guys next time, eventually. We love you. Stay safe. Wrap it once or twice. I don't know.
3 times, if need be.
Let's go eat some fucking food.